Beautiful, ain't it? Yeah, just got done cleaning it. Added a whole new shelf too. That shelf, well, it's kind of the topic of the video today. So I hope you got yourself a drink. You're strapped in, because it's story time with the good old boy again. The story of Bigfoot the monster truck is really one of American ingenuity, American spirit, and really the American dream. I know a lot of the time you see people joking about how monster trucks are for rednecks and big truck go vroom. But what Bob Chandler started in St. Louis, Missouri back in the 70s would grow from one tiny little garage to a worldwide industry that makes millions of dollars today with worldwide tours like Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live and Monster Jam. But none of that would be possible without the original monster truck, Bigfoot. Chandler spent his formative years growing up in St. Louis, Missouri area, before eventually moving to California with his family where he would attend high school. After a stint in the U.S. Navy, Chandler would return to his beloved St. Louis, Missouri where he'd meet and marry his wife, Marilyn. Bob took a job as a construction site manager, but that was merely to pay the bills. What Marilyn and Bob really enjoyed doing was the great outdoors and camping. So, in 1974, they ordered a brand new Ford F-250 pickup truck to enhance not only the cargo capacity, but also their off-road capabilities. It was not long before Chandler became frustrated with the lack of available parts and services in the St. Louis area for 4x4 owners such as himself. In lieu of that, Bob and Marilyn partnered up with neighbors and longtime friend Jim Kramer. Together they formed Midwest 4-Wheel Drive, which had its grand opening in 1975. With the focus in specialty 4-wheel drive parts, business quickly took off, and within a couple of years, Midwest 4-Wheel Drive had outgrown its facilities in Ferguson, Missouri, and eventually relocated to nearby Hazelwood. Chandler's truck became the company vehicle, and ran errands and delivered parts for the growing company. Chandler continued to take the truck off-road on the weekends and would push it to its limits, breaking parts along the way, which would drive him to improve and modify the truck in an effort to soak up all that abuse. Chandler's F-250 and Midwest 4-Wheel Drive began to garner a local following and a strong customer base, helped in part by the fact that Chandler and his family spent many a weekends at local off-road events and running the gravel-bottom rivers in southern Missouri. The Chandlers saw their truck as the best method to prove the quality of their shop and the products they sold. Accordingly, Chandler drove the truck hard. As the parts bills increased, so did the F-250, growing bigger and bigger. Chandler soon garnered the nickname Bigfoot by one of his shop employees due to his heavy right foot driving style. Chandler loved the nickname, and soon the truck itself was christened. And just like that, the first Bigfoot was born. That's right, for all you Sasquatch enthusiasts that thought the first Bigfoot was born in the Pacific Northwest, turns out he was born in the Midwest. Missouri, in fact. Midwest 4-Wheel Drive was getting bigger. The trucks getting worked on in the shop were getting bigger. And of course, Bigfoot was getting bigger. Bigger tires demanded bigger axles, which in turn dictated a bigger motor. In addition to off-road events that Chandler had regularly been attending, Bob and Bigfoot soon began appearing and competing in local truck and tractor pulls, as well as mud runs and hill climbs. The Bigfoot truck soon became somewhat of a household name in the heartland. But word of this monstrous truck, which now featured military axles, complete with 4-wheel steering, 48-inch tall tires, and souped up 460 cubic inch big block V8 engine, was quickly spreading beyond the heartland. In 1979, Chandler and Bigfoot made their first public appearance at a car show in, where else? Denver, Colorado. After that, event promoters were booking the truck as a halftime act at truck and tractor pulls events nationwide. At some events, Chandler would simply parade the truck around, showing off its rear steer capability and its custom tilt hood. At other events, Bigfoot would hook the truck to pulling sleds and prove to the crowd that despite its show quality looks, Bigfoot was indeed a working truck. Despite the growing popularity, Chandler wasn't one to slack off. So, he continued to push the Big Blue truck in new directions, and 1981 would prove to be a pivotal year for Bigfoot. Not only was Chandler enjoying great success at various off-road events, Chandler and his Bigfoot truck, now dubbed a monster truck by the press, appeared in its first Hollywood film, Take This Job and Shove It. Bigfoot's debut on the silver screen caused the nation's awareness of the truck to skyrocket. But what happened next in 1981 changed the course of Bigfoot and monster trucks forever. In an empty cornfield in rural Missouri countryside, Chandler, a small crowd of onlookers, and one video camera would witness history. On a whim, just to see if he could do it, Chandler drove Bigfoot over a pair of junk cars parked side by side. Slowly but surely, the truck made its way over the junkers without much resistance. History had been made. Soon after the stunt in the cornfield, a truck promoter saw the video playing while at Midwest 4-wheel drive, and, after some convincing, Chandler agreed to do the stunt in front of a live audience at a tractor pull. Chandler had initially been a little reluctant to crush cars in public out of fear that the destructive act would hurt the public's positive opinion of his truck, but after some convincing, Chandler eventually agreed to perform the stunts at live events. A decision that would prove to be the catalyst that ignited the monster trucks industry's rise to popularity. Bigfoot number 2 was built in 1982 and debuted at the Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit, Michigan. This is one of the most iconic moments in monster truck history. What made Bigfoot number 2 so unique was it was the first monster truck to utilize the now industry standard 66-inch by 43-inch by 25-inch tires, more commonly referred to as monster truck tires. These tires immediately became a hit and soon became the industry standard and are what make monster trucks so unique to this day. By 1983, Ford Motor Company wanted to cash in on the success of Bigfoot and became Chandler's first major sponsor. As the popularity of Bigfoot grew, industry and imitators did as well. Soon the idea to compete against each other was pitched. See, at the time, monster trucks would often be the main event at a tractor pull or mud run. At the end of the event, the truck would crawl out up on top of a few junk cars while the crowd would go absolutely crazy. But as the 80s progressed, so did the innovation of the monster truck events. Now they were racing trucks, doing car-crushing competitions, pushing the trucks to their limits and pushing Chandler and the team and Midwest 4-wheel drive to go even further. with the demands of early days of monster truck racing, Chandler and the team at Midwest 4-Wheel Drive would build Bigfoot 4, or today what is described as the first Stage 2 monster truck. A Stage 2 truck isn't just a factory-built truck modified to be a monster. A Stage 2 truck was a purpose-built monster truck, utilizing a factory-built duty box frame in addition to a planetary-equipped axle right from the get-go. Bigfoot 4 was the next step in monster truck technology. Bigfoot 4, along with legendary driver Jim Kramer, would dominate the mid to late 80s in monster truck scene. The 80s were a time of crazy innovations in the monster truck scene, with owners seeing who could build the biggest and baddest monster truck possible. To give you an idea of some of the things going on, tires kept getting bigger, shock absorbers reached comical levels, and monster trucks started sporting enough auxiliary lightings to illuminate small stadiums. Chandler and the team at Midwest 4-Wheel Drive didn't want to be left out of the fun. In fact, they kind of wanted to end the fun with the creation of Bigfoot 5, my personal favorite Bigfoot. You see, Chandler came across a set of 10-foot-tall Firestone Tundra tires in a junkyard near Seattle, Washington. He decided to mount them under a Bigfoot truck and see how they looked. Of course, this was a major hit with fans. Chandler then decided to purpose-build a truck to handle the Goliath tires. The result was Bigfoot number 5, the tallest and widest pickup truck in the world. By the late 1980s and early 90s, the monster truck industry began to focus more towards racing. Chandler, seeing a shift in the industry, saw a need for major technological leaps forward in the name of safety and performance. Existing monster truck designs were not exactly prime examples of high technology at the time. They featured stiff leaf spring-based suspensions that were stiff and offered little in the way of travel, which of course was really rough on the drivers. A lot of the trucks at the time also utilized steel pickup truck bodies mounted atop steel frames. All of that combined with heavy military axles and full cleat tires added up to one thing: a very cumbersome monster truck that was often in excess of 15,000 pounds. Despite the heavy weight, the high horsepower engines that teams were using in the trucks were propelling them to speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and the trucks were dishing out more than the drivers could take, and Chandler decided to do something about it. Using computer-aided design technology, Chandler created the next generation of monster truck, dubbed the Stage 3 monster truck. It featured a radical tubular steel chassis design and a patented cantilever suspension system. The first of these new trucks was Bigfoot number 8, which was completed in mid-1989. Bigfoot number 8 quickly leapt to the forefront of the monster truck world, and in its first full year of competition became the 1990 World Champion. Fun fact, in the 1990 World TNT Championship Series, Bigfoot 8 actually was banned from competition at the start of the year because it was so much better than the rest of the competition that the sanctioning body made Chandler and the Bigfoot team run Bigfoot 6 and 7, while the rest of the teams caught up to the technology advances of Bigfoot 8. And they finally got to run Bigfoot 8, I believe, at the last half of the season while they were behind in points, and even then they were still able to catch up and win that championship with Bigfoot 8, only running half the season. In 1991, the Bigfoot team innovated again, debuting the first 3D character-bodied monster truck, Snakebite. Snakebite featured a custom fiberglass front end that was shaped like a menacing snake. This allowed the Bigfoot team the opportunity to campaign multiple vehicles at an event without using two identical-looking Bigfoot trucks. The Fang monster also proved to be a merchandising powerhouse. Since the inception of Snakebite, dozens of monster trucks have copied the idea of developing 3D bodies of their own, a lot of which you see today on tours like Monster Jam. As the 90s went on, Bigfoot and team continued to dominate the monster truck racing world, finishing first or second in many championship point series. In addition to the points championships, the team added licensing agreements with new partners like Hot Wheels, Power Wheels, and many more. This allowed additions of new trucks to the lineup like Bigfoot Power Wheels, Wildfoot, Firestone Wilderness, and Summit Bigfoot, amongst many more. The list of accomplishments compiled by the Bigfoot team over the last 50 plus years is quite remarkable, and it seems to nearly be unending. Bigfoot has visited 34 countries and appeared in numerous Hollywood films, ranging from Take This Job and Shove It to Ready Player One. Chandler and his Bigfoot team and trucks have appeared in literally hundreds of TV shows, from televised races to cartoons to documentaries. Adding to the team's list of accomplishments was the announcement in late 2009 that Bigfoot had been named to one of the top 5 marketing vehicles of all time, an honor shared by some literally lofty companies that include the US Navy Blue Angels and the US Air Force Thunderbirds. Bigfoot number 5, 14, and 18 have all held or hold Guinness Books of World Records, the most recent of which was Bigfoot number 18's astonishing long jump of 214 feet and 8 inches. In 2025, Bigfoot marked the 50th anniversary of the original monster truck. 50 years of ingenuity, 50 years of innovation, 50 years of American spirit. The story of Bigfoot, the original monster truck, isn't just that of a jacked up truck from the 80s that made it big. It's the story of one man, his vision, surrounded by a team of creative and innovative people, willing to push the boundaries of what is believed to be possible, and in the end, creating a whole new industry that to this day continues to entertain people across the world. So, to Bob Chandler and the team at Bigfoot 4x4x4, we say cheers. We'll catch you on the next one.